Hey there, it's Pete over at the Sampleist, and today we are checking out Illuvia from Orchestral Tools. Illuvia is the latest creative sound pack from Orchestral Tools, and the order of the day is dystopian percussion textures. There are organic, evolving percussive soundscapes that combine to create these amazing textures, rhythms, and resonances. Illuvia is not your standard percussion library, however. It's all about unusual playing techniques, capturing unusual sounds that form this amazing post-apocalyptic soundscape. Illuvia downloads at 9GB Synart compressed, and it's been recorded in 24-bit 48 kHz resolution. There are 95 percussion performances, 2 to 3 dynamic layers, 2 mic positions, and in the sound design process section there are 14 pads and 1 pluck. Illuvia runs in the free Orchestral Tools sign player, and it currently sells for €79 plus VAT. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Orchestral Tools for sending over a free license for Illuvia, and while we do get the instruments for free, it does in no way influence our ideas, thoughts, or any kind of judgments we may have on the instruments. In this video, we're going to check out Illuvia, see what it has to offer, what it contains, and then of course I've thrown it into a composition scenario to see how well it performs. So without further ado, let's jump in to Illuvia. And here we have the Orchestral Tools free sign player, and you can see in the Creative Sound Pack category down the bottom on the right, we have Illuvia, dystopian percussion textures. Now I'm going to click browse, and you can see there's 2 folders, process and the percussion ensembles. So we're going to start off with the percussion ensembles. Now you can see there is a lot going on here. So I'm going to load up the articulations, and you can key switch through them. I'm just going to click on them and just play a couple of examples. Now you can hear I'm using the mod wheel to bring up the velocity layers, and it kind of makes the brush percussion sound a bit more busy. So here's brush spectrums. You get the idea. So instantly these are sounds you're not going to hear anywhere else. Lovely. So that's ensnared, and it's worthy of pointing out because obviously I've already composed with Illuvia. All of this rhythmical work is tempo synced, so sometimes it will sound irregular because it's supposed to, but actually it fits perfectly into your projects. I've got brushed up. Obviously love these sounds. I'm going to play noise chains. And let's just do scattered excursions. And of course you can hear the pitch changing there. We've got 2 microphones. If I go to the mixer, there are 2 microphones. And then of course you can stack up the performances in the performance tab. But we're not going to worry too much about that. It's fairly standard sign player stuff. Now, just from the brush percussion, like I say, it sounds very dystopian. And I love the control. Obviously everything's out the box and it's dry, but yeah, there's some very cool sounds here. So we've got shuffling upwards, sorry. These are bowed cymbals. Spelunking. Now I love having the control over the dynamics. Let's go even lower. So it is instant atmosphere, isn't it? So if you create psychological music or horror music or tension, this is really, really great for that. Just straight out the box. So making a lot of noise there. Got morphing. And you can see the mod wheel going, so it could be really, really subtle. And then bring it up. Yeah, it's quite gnarly. Whoops, I just hit my desk there. I mean, that's unsettling. And that release as well. I love it. Let's go for wind pressure. Lovely. So that's the bowed cymbals. I'm just going to remove all of those. Then you've got bowed drums as well. So shaking foundation. Love it. Broken low pipes. Okay, sustained force. Love it. And amorphous. Brilliant. Now let's go into the frenetic. Because there's a lot going on. Actually, I'll do some cymbal rolls. Because these are wonderful. And I sort of class these as a standard articulations. So these sound great. I'll do Arcadian cymbals. That's cool. And then you got all these different folders. So chiming, irregular, frenetic, sparse, radiated, haunted, gnarly, abyss. So I'm just going to play some from these. So I've got haunted, symbolic voices. I obviously channeled my inner ghost, so I went straight for the pitch bend. Yeah. Very cool. Let's do some muffled scratches. I didn't load them all in. Getting carried away. Yeah. Sounds great. Let's go to the gnarly sounds. Rattle highs. Love it. Let's play one more. Incantation. Brilliant. And I'm just going to load one more folder because I don't want to give the game away, but these all sound wonderful. The Abyss folder is one of my favourites. So if I go into Ultramarine, that's proper dystopia. Flux method. Just love these sounds, natural echoes. Sorry, nautical echoes. But you can see there, so we've got all of these different sounds, and if I go into chiming and irregular, frenetic, there are so many different performances that you can use. And then we've got the process sections, we've got some pads. Now there are a lot of pads going on. So if I play Toxic Rain, so these are really beautifully designed. Let's go Ashfall. Lovely. I'll do one more. Let's just do Abandoned. All hope is lost. So all of these are diatonic, but you get the idea. So lots of sound design based upon the performances. Very, very cool. And then the plucks in the rupture, there is distorted music at decrescendo. Great to add some low end to your performances. Okay, now that's a really, really quick whiz through Illuvia, because part of the fun obviously is working out what everything sounds like and playing through the library. And you can see here there's a good cross section of different sounds. So I will probably just play a chiming one to get an idea. So the metallic chimes, and then let's just play a frenetic Thin Lizzy. Very cool. Let's do one more. Let's do Wavering. So you can hear there's a lot of movement. Love it. And let's just do a sparse one. So Into the Distance. Absolutely love the sounds that this library contains. Let's just do one radiated one. So remove that. Dust Ponds. So these are great to add the kind of like sounds underneath your underscore, etc. As it obviously sound, but kind of like unpitched, even though these are pitched. I'm confusing myself here, kind of losing the plot. So yeah, they'd add another dimension to your piece of music. So really interesting library, lots going on, and I think for €79 you get a lot of content. So the question is, are you going to use this content? Well, if you go on the Orchestral Tools website, the demos are incredible. And part of the advantage of the fact when this library is released, I was actually off the coast of Africa, gallivanting around, and I wasn't around to make a video during the release time. So what I decided to do was actually listen to as many demos and watch as many videos as possible. And I found that this is obviously amazing for that dystopian music. And if you're doing horror, etc., it is brilliant. However, I wanted to try it in a more diatonic piece of music because everything is pitch and there's lots of sounds contained within. So I wanted the Illuvia instrument to play all the way through and kind of add this extra dimension to my composition. So it's a little bit different to what's out there already, but that is on purpose. And of course, all the other instruments are Orchestral Tools classics. So let's check out the composition and then we're going to talk about what is Illuvia all about to compose with. When I was composing the demo for Illuvia, I decided I wanted to try and throw it into more of a diatonic composition because I love the sounds it contains and it lends itself perfectly for like the horror genre or the tension genre and just creating these eerie atmospheres. But what is it like within a piece of diatonic music? And I'm thinking back to my all-time joint favourite composer, Angelo Badalamenti. When I was 8, Twin Peaks came out and I was just enraptured by the score because he had this knack of obviously creating these amazing melodies and chord progressions and orchestrations, and underneath there'd be noises and found sound which just kind of added so much atmosphere. So I'm experimenting with Illuvia to sort of throw in those sort of ideas, but Angelo Badalamenti, pure genius to me. Anyway, I've used 4 Illuvia instances because I could have added a few more scrapes and noises, but again, I kind of went for the less is more approach. But actually, Illuvia is playing through the entire composition. So when I do the breakdown, you'll see exactly what I mean. And then I've got the dagu, which is the Chinese theatre drums, and then the amber cello, so that's a down tune string quartet, and then Petrus bass strings. Absolutely love these chamber strings. They just sound incredible. And I've just used legatos for all of these. And within there, because it was kind of just thrown in towards the end, is Talon, which again, one of my favourite all-time Orchestral Tools libraries. And then we have Habitat, and I love Habitat. Elsewhere on the channel, I've talked about the Summer Night setting, and it's just a piano sound that I use over and over again. So it all started off with Abyss, which sounds like this. And you can modulate more sounds in. And this is just a really great texture to build the piece on. So if I add Summer Night as well, playing on the piano. So you got this amazing underscore straight away, and I've got the many gentle faults, sort of the scrape percussion going on there. Scrape cymbal, I believe, both cymbals. And you can see that I loaded all of the articulations because I just wanted to just get the right one, and that worked beautifully for me. And then if we had the amber cello, if you're not using amber cello, it's one of the Creative Soundpacks. I'm just going to quickly load that up there, just so we can see. Down choose string quartet, really, really cool. I'm just using the sustained legato, but I wanted a bit more of a growl and have more of a solo type string. That contrasts with the Petrus Vascelli, which comes in, and it's obviously in a higher register. Now it's going to unsolo everything. So we've got the Abyss going all the way through this section, and we introduce the first violin. And Illuvia comes in with Rupture here as well, and that is kind of like adding a synthy low end. And that doubles with amber as well. So the first section, nice and straightforward. And on the piano, if I just solo off these, I'm just playing a ping, just a high D. Now, Illuvia just adds that extra dynamic to the piece of music. So if I just mute Illuvia, it's going to sound lovely. Don't get me wrong, but it's, for me, it'd be missing something. So I'm just going to go back from here. Okay, so at this point we bring in the metallic dusk, and again this is the movement underneath the score. Now again, if I mute that, and there we go. So without it, it sounds like something really is missing. I don't know. I'm really kind of enraptured with these sounds, and I'm only just playing 2 notes. It's not even following the chord progression. So there's a key changer, and I don't know. It's just because the same sounds are coming through, and it's all tempo synced, and just noise, as in like, not noise in a bad way, noise in a kind of like a found sound way. I don't know. I absolutely love it. And then we got the Dagu concert drum ensemble. I've got some booms going on already. So this is the rhythm. Now, the concert drums, the Dagu drums, they're really bitey and they really push through the mix. So I've added some reverb, but when they come in, they just sit there beautifully. And we have many gentle faults adding some atmosphere. Now, the next section, so I was going to play from here, and the Abyss and Metallic Dusk combined together. It's pure atmosphere, and of course when we bring the whole ensemble in, it just works. And there we go. So we have the less is more approach, but as I said, the Illuvia instrument is playing all the way through. And I've got to admit, they're kind of sounds that I never thought that I needed. And now I can't put them down, really. If you look at the instruments, obviously that's the Abyss, you got these different articulations. So lots to play with. And of course the mod wheel changes the amount of sound. Not just the volume, but kind of like the layers that come in and how busy it is. So it's really, really useful. So yeah, absolutely love this. Now, I've just noticed, I've been calling it Abyss, but it's actually the Abyss sort of category, but it's ultramarine, which is the actual sound. So I probably should have changed that. But hey, there we go. It sounds great, and these are sounds that I'm going to use over and over again. As ever, I have some closing thoughts in regards to Illuvia from Orchestral Tools. Firstly, if you create horror music and psychological music, underscore, that kind of thing, pick it up, because the sounds contained in here are amazing. They're unusual, they're one of a kind, they do sound fantastic, and there's occasions when I've been playing through the library where it is just so gnarly I've had to stop playing. And of course you add your own third-party effects and, you know, your reverbs, delays, whatever. It's just going to sound cinematic and just plain evil. But the library is not just about these percussive effects. You have the developing, the evolving soundscapes and all of these different percussion performances. And can you use those in diatonic compositions? Well, of course you can, and I hope my composition showed that side of the library off, because it's brilliant for adding that extra sheen, that extra dimension to your work. And I like the fact they're random, but they're not too random, they're completely usable, and there's just an abundance of fantastic sounds in the library. So just as a general composer, I really do recommend Illuvia. I'm going to be using it a lot in my compositions. However, like I say, if you are a horror music, psychological underscore type of composer, it really is a no-brainer. Get it straight away. You will not regret it. All that leaves me to say is thank you so much once again to Orchestral Tools for sending over a license for Illuvia so we could make this video. If you like what you heard, feel free to leave a like on the video and of course leave a comment. Let us know what you like about the instrument, how would you use it. And if you've not done so already, please, please, please subscribe to our channel. We're rapidly growing, got lots of content coming your way, and of course it's the viewers that make it all happen. If you've not done so already, please check out our other videos on YouTube, and of course head over to sampleist.com to learn a little bit more about us. Till next time, have a great day, and of course make that wonderfully gnarly, horrible, psychological music, or just use Illuvia to create wonderful music as well. There we go. It's a multi-dimensional library. Wonderful. Till next time, have a great day. Take care.